Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're setting our sights on Kashmir, a place often called paradise on Earth.
That's right. We've got some fascinating source material to work with today.
And our mission really is to unpack that material, its history, culture, what's happening now, to give you a deeper understanding, quick but thorough.
Exactly. And this dive, it's based on a source called Kashmir Ki Kahani, Itihas, Sanskriti, or Ayaz Kahal.
Which translates from Hindi too.
The story of Kashmir. History, culture, and current situation. It was originally on a show called Listen and Learn, hosted by Ria and Arjun.
Got it. Listen and learn.
And they kicked things off with a really great question, basically asking why. Why is Kashmir called paradise on Earth?
That's the perfect starting point, isn't it? So this idea of paradise,
Well,
what do the sources say makes it that?
well, first off, the natural beauty. It just jumps out.
Snow-capped mountains, right. That's always the image.
Absolutely. Towering mountains, the Jhelum River flowing through.
And the lakes, Dal Lake with the shikaras.
Yes, those iconic wooden boats and just greenery everywhere. It sounds incredibly serene just based on the descriptions.
It really does, like something out of a painting.
And this image, this perception of natural beauty, it seems really persistent, across time, different accounts.
But it's more complex than just pretty scenery, obviously.
Definitely. The original hosts, Ria and Arjun, made that clear. Kashmir's story has so many layers.
So beyond the landscape, where do we go? History.
History is key. The name itself, Kashmir. The force connects it back to the sage Kashyap.
A sage. Tell me more.
Well, the belief is he settled the land, essentially. So the name itself speaks to really ancient roots, a deep heritage.
And that long history must have shaped the culture significantly.
Immensely. It's created this really rich tapestry. The sources mention several threads.
Like what, for instance?
Well, the traditions of the Kashmiri Pandits, for one. Then there's the influence of Sufi saints.
Adding that spiritual dimension.
Exactly. And also, the unique Kashmiri artistry, the crafts. It's this blend of influences.
A real melting pot, it sounds like.
In many ways, yes. But that vibrant culture has also faced some really difficult times.
The source material points to unrest, particularly in the 80s and 90s.
Yes, a period of significant turbulence. It's mentioned quite directly.
What aspects of that period stand out in the material?
Well, it raises tough questions, about how fragile peace can be. And specifically, the tragic exodus of Kashmiri Pandits is highlighted.
Right. A really difficult chapter.
Understanding that context, the consequences, it's pretty crucial for grasping the whole picture.
Okay, so moving towards the present day, Article 370's removal comes up as a major event.
A very significant turning point, according to the sources. It's framed as the start of a new phase. Development is the key word used.
Development?
Yeah.
What kind are we talking about?
Tangible stuff, mostly. Infrastructure projects, building roads, improving schools.
Makes sense. Foundational things.
Exactly. And also, a big push on tourism, trying to leverage that natural beauty we talked about earlier.
And that seems to be working. The sources mentioned a huge number for tourism in 2024.
Yeah, something like 20 million visitors. It's a staggering figure.
Wow. What do you think is behind that surge?
Well, it definitely suggests Kashmir's appeal is still incredibly strong. Maybe a sense of increased stability, perhaps, or just pent-up demand.
Could be. But the picture isn't all positive, is it? The sources also mention local concerns.
Right, and that's a really important counterbalance. While tourism booms, there are anxieties on the ground.
Anxieties about what specifically?
The main things highlighted are jobs, employment shortages, and also a deeper worry about identity.
Identity. In what way?
Concerns about preserving their unique culture, amidst all these rapid changes in development.
So it's that classic tension. Development versus preserving local character.
Pretty much. How do you get the benefits of progress without losing what makes the place unique?
That's a tough question. So progress and problems coexisting. Looking forward then, what's the outlook presented in the source material? Is there optimism?
There's a sense of, I'd say, cautious optimism. The perspective shared is that Kashmir could become that beautiful, peaceful place again.
But there's a condition.
Yes. Collaboration. The need for the government and the local people to really work together. That partnership is seen as essential.
For navigating the challenges and achieving sort of lasting stability.
Exactly. That seems to be the key takeaway regarding the future path.
Now, shifting gears slightly, Ria and Arjun also talked about things they personally enjoyed, didn't they? Food came up.
Oh, yes, the cuisine. They mentioned Rogan Josh.
Ah, the classic lamb curry, rich stuff.
And yakni, another flavorful dish. And Kashmiri kawa, that special green tea with spices,
Makes your mouth water just hearing about it.
doesn't it? And it wasn't just food. They also really appreciated the handicrafts.
Pashmina, I assume. Shawls and things.
Definitely pashmina shawls, known for being incredibly soft. And those intricate Kashmiri carpets, too.
Real artistry involved there.
Absolutely. The source highlights the skill and dedication of the artisans. It really brings another dimension to the region.
It does. It shows there's so much richness beyond just the political headlines or the conflict narratives.
A lot to be proud of, as the source suggests.
They even encourage people to think about visiting, right?
Yes, there was a suggestion to perhaps plan a trip.
So, tying this all back,
Yeah.
that initial question about paradise on Earth, it's clearly not just about the views.
Not at all. The natural beauty is undeniable, sure. But the story is also about this deep history, the rich culture, the periods of upheaval, and now these ongoing efforts towards growth and perhaps reconciliation.
So, wrapping up our deep dive here, Kashmir's pull is complex. Yes, stunning scenery, but also ancient roots, a unique culture absorbing different influences.
And resilience, too, navigating some really significant challenges over the years.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with a final thought to consider.
What does it actually mean for a place to be called paradise? Is it just about the landscape? Or how much do things like, say, lasting peace, protecting cultural heritage?
And the well-being and hopes of the people living there. How much do those factors weigh in?
Exactly. Thinking about all those interconnected pieces, it gives you a much deeper sense of Kashmir's complexities, its challenges, but also the enduring hope that seems to define its story.